Okay, now listen. So, presently today we are trying to start one new topic. What is the new topic now? JavaScript we are trying to start. So, what is JavaScript and why we have to go for JavaScript we have to understand first. Okay, what is the purpose of HTML? HTML. Use it to create elements. Use it to create elements. I want to create a heading. I want to create the paragraph. I want to create some table. I want to create the button. Anything can be created by using what? HTML. But I want to create functionality. To create the functionality, we have to use which one? JavaScript. What is the purpose of JavaScript? JavaScript is mainly meant for creating functionality in the web page. So what is functionality exactly? Listen. So check any fan. Is that fan working? Working or not? It is said to be functioning. Functioning. What is the meaning of functioning? It is working. It is reading the input, doing the process, providing the output. That is nothing but functionality. The process of reading input, doing the process, providing output is nothing but what? Functionality. To create the functionality in the web page, you require a programming language. Such a programming language is what? JavaScript. What is JavaScript? Tell me. It's a programming language. It is not a markup language. It is a programming language used to create functionality in the web page. So write it. Keep the heading. It is a programming language. It is a programming language used to create functionality in the web page. It is a programming language used to create functionality in the web page. It is a programming language used to create functionality in the web page. So, can you tell me what is the meaning of functionality? Functionality means receiving input, doing the process, providing the output to the user. Reading input, doing the process, providing output is called as functionality. Functionality means reading inputs, performing process, and providing output. Reading inputs, performing process, and providing output. All these three activities coming under which category? Functionality. To create the functionality, we require a programming language. What is the programming language available? JavaScript is a programming language. Okay. Now listen. So, give an example. Listen. Notice carefully. I just have some icon here. When I click on this particular icon, this menu has to be open. Can you tell me when this menu has to be open? Observe carefully, not the coming guys. Listen. For that we have some other time, no problem. I will be joining with you. Listen. So what is available is, when we click on this icon, some menu has to be open. What is that? Menu has to be open. When we click on the particular icon, menu has to be open. Understand? So this is nothing but functionality. What is input here? What is input? Click is the input. When we click, then only the menu has to be open, right? Okay. So clicking is nothing but what? Input there. For this particular input, what is the process going on? What icons have to be appear in the menu? What are the different icons? Account icon, search icon, maps icon, different icons have to be appear. So those icons will be processed. Those icons will be processed, loading from server. So after loading, then we have to display the menu. To display the menu, what is required? Some output is required. So three activities are there: reading the input, doing some process, and providing the output. In this one, the example is click. Click is nothing but input. Loading the items is nothing but processing. Displaying the menu is nothing but output. So reading input, doing the process, and providing output is nothing but what? Functionality. To create this functionality, what is required? JavaScript is required for us. So, example, displaying menu when the user clicks on the menu icon. Displaying menu when the user clicks on the menu icon. Displaying menu when the user clicks on the menu icon is nothing but functionality. Okay, but I have a doubt. This JavaScript is a programming language or markup language? Programming language. What is the main difference between programming language, markup language? HTML is example of markup language. JavaScript is example of programming language. What is the main difference? In markup language, the syntax only tags. In programming language, only the syntax will be statements. Which one? Statements. Markup language syntax in the form of tags. Programming language syntax in the form of statements. That is the main difference between markup language and programming language. Right. JavaScript is a programming language. It is a programming language. Already written above. Okay. As it is a programming language, it provides all the programming concepts such as variables, data types, control statements, operators, arrays, functions, etc. It supports all the programming concepts such as variables, data types, control statements, operators, arrays, functions, etc. As it is a programming language, it provides all these things. Okay, what is JavaScript exactly? It's a programming language. So, what is the indication that is a programming language? All the fundamental features or concepts of every programming language is basically same. You go to any programming language, starting from C language, C++, Java, anything, some things will be very common. Advanced topics may be different, but basics will be same most of the languages. What are they? Variables will be there in every language. You go to core Java, variables are there. You go to C#.NET, variables are there. You go to some Python language, variables are there. Everywhere, variables will be same. Operators will be same. Control statements, arrays, functions, these concepts are same. Syntaxes may be different, I am saying. Syntaxes may be different. How to create a variable in Python language different, Java language different, JavaScript is different. Syntax of variable declaration is different. List of operators different. Array declaration different. Rules and regulations of arrays different. Functions different. Syntaxes may be different, but concepts exist commonly in all the languages. Clear? In HTML, are we having any topic like operators? Are we having any topic like control statements? Arrays? No, no, no. HTML is only markup language which provides only tags. Only tags. But JavaScript is what? Programming language. Programming language consists of all these concepts. Clear. So next and after that. But I have a doubt here. JavaScript is a case sensitive language or case insensitive language? Case sensitive language. Case sensitive language. What is the meaning? Uppercase letters are different, lowercase letters are different. So in JavaScript, you should strictly remember, okay, this is uppercase means we should exactly write uppercase only in every program. By mistake, instead of uppercase, we have given lowercase, it will not work. Instead of lowercase, we have given uppercase, it will not work. So you should strictly remember whether it is uppercase or lowercase. But the most problematic part is some characters are uppercase, some characters are lowercase here. Now understand, listen. For example, there is something like, there is one small example, small word. Get elements by class name. There is some word. It is some predefined word in the JavaScript language. Get elements by class name. What is that? Get elements by class name. In this one, what are the uppercase letters? Tell me. Elements E, observe carefully, elements E, by B, class C, name N. These are uppercase letters. You should strictly remember forever. By mistake also you should not forget, because you should write it as it is in the practice time and real time also. In the program you should write it as it is. You should remember, you should write it as it is. By mistake, instead of giving like this, I have given like this, get elements by class name. Okay. Now will this work? Why? It is a case sensitive. It is a case sensitive. Means elements must be capital letter. Elements E. E must be capital. But by mistake we have given elements E, lowercase we have given. That is not valid. So you should very strictly remember which case is it, uppercase letter or lowercase letter. You should remember while practice time. While practice time, when you are inside the class, you should remember, okay, this is uppercase. You should keep in mind. If you are sleeping also not a problem, but remember and sleep, no problem. I don't stop you. Okay. So uppercase letter you should remember, lowercase letter you should remember. So just write this. Correct. Wrong. Okay. It is a case sensitive language. Case sensitive language. The developer should follow uppercase and lowercase letters exactly. The developer should follow uppercase and lowercase letters exactly. The developer should follow uppercase, lowercase letters exactly. So if it is set to be uppercase, we must write in uppercase only. If it is written in lowercase, you should write in lowercase only. By mistake, instead of uppercase, we should not use lowercase. Instead of lowercase, we should not use uppercase. We have to follow the casing exactly. That is the main meaning of case sensitivity. But JavaScript is not only the case sensitive language. There are so many programming languages case sensitive. What are they? For example, C language, C++, Java. These are all examples of which one? Case sensitive languages. So JavaScript also come under same category of case sensitive. So next and after that, it is object oriented programming language. It is object oriented programming language. JavaScript is object oriented programming language. Okay, what is JavaScript? It is object-oriented programming language. So unfortunately, there are many myths for JavaScript. Very myths means some false things you may believe about JavaScript. Somebody saying that JavaScript is an object-based language. JavaScript is object-based language. It is wrong. JavaScript is 100%, no, 200% object-oriented programming language. What is JavaScript? 100% object-oriented programming language for sure. Okay, it supports objects. All the concepts of object-oriented programming it supports, but in a different style. Not like a Java, not like C#.NET, not like C++. It has its own style. In a different way, it is object-oriented programming language. What is exactly meant by differently, I will explain later in the further lessons. But sure, it is object-oriented programming language. Okay. Next and after that, it is developed by Netscape Corporation in 1996. It is developed by Netscape Corporation in 1996. It is developed by Netscape Corporation in 1996. Okay, what is JavaScript? It is developed by Netscape Corporation in 1996. So, presently at this moment, that company is not exist. Netscape Corporation is not exist. But once upon a time, in 1990s, it was there. Netscape Corporation has developed which language? JavaScript. Now it is become public. Now JavaScript can be used by any company. Now JavaScript is not owned by a single company. It is not only owned by Google, not owned by Microsoft, not owned by something else. It is the public. It is for everyone. Okay, everybody has been rights about the JavaScript. But originally, once upon a time, JavaScript was developed by which company? Netscape Corporation in the 1996. Okay, so just 2-3 years back only, Java was released. Java was released 2-3 years back of 1996. Okay, so just after few years, once the Java became popular, exactly Java became popular in 1995. Almost in the next year itself, JavaScript has been released. But some people may think that to understand JavaScript, Java is required, or maybe reverse. Do we need to know Java to understand JavaScript? No. Do we need to know JavaScript to understand Java? No. Java is different, JavaScript is different. Only name is same, but everything concepts are entirely different. Java can be learned independently, JavaScript also can be learned independently. Both you can learn, without anything also you can survive. Understand? So, only the thing is, JavaScript is meant for some program to be execute some program in the browser. Java is meant for server. Java is meant for server and different devices, of course. So JavaScript is meant for which one? Browser only. JavaScript is meant for browser. Within the browser, can we execute Java? There is a browser, maybe Google Chrome or any browser is there. In the browser, can we execute Java? Answer is no. We cannot execute Java. But JavaScript can be executed in the browser. So Java is different, JavaScript is different. Only it may create some confusion because of the names, but concepts are entirely different. Java and JavaScript have no any kind of connection. Both are entirely different languages. Okay. Next and after that, syntax of JavaScript program. Syntax of JavaScript program. Syntax of JavaScript program. So this JavaScript can be written in two ways. One is within the same HTML file, or second one, we can write separately in a .js file and we can import that particular JavaScript file into HTML file. What are the two ways? Tell me. First one, first option, we can write JavaScript program inside the same HTML file. You are basically already know how to create HTML file. Don't know. Open Visual Studio Code, create some program, HTML head body something, just to save it, and after saving, at the time of saving, we have to give the file extension .html. Same thing you will do, same thing. Inside the same HTML file only, we can write additionally JavaScript code. That is called as embedded JavaScript. Which one? Embedded JavaScript. Or you can say internal JavaScript. There may be second option, external JavaScript. External means separately. HTML file separate, JavaScript file separate. And we can load the JavaScript file into HTML file. So, first to understand for the beginner perspective like you, I don't suggest the second option. First option is better in the entry level. For the basics and practice time, which is better? First one. What is the first one? Embedded JavaScript or internal JavaScript is better. Just you will write the JavaScript code within the same HTML file itself. But in real time, we have to separate it. In real time, which is better? External JavaScript is better. In practice time, which is better? Internal JavaScript is better. So now listen. Write it, two types of JavaScript. One is internal JavaScript or embedded JavaScript. Second one is external JavaScript. Internal JavaScript, external JavaScript. Two options are available for you.
Oh, sir, can I ask one question?
No, Venkat. Just you have to wait. After the class only, answers will be given for questions. Okay. So, how many types of JavaScript available? Two types of JavaScript is available. What are they? What are they? Internal JavaScript, external JavaScript. So, what is internal JavaScript? Let us try to understand. Internal JavaScript. Internal JavaScript. What is the main point of internal JavaScript? Can anybody tell me? Both HTML code, JavaScript code will be written in the single file. Then that file extension should be what? .html. .html extension you will take. Inside the same file only, you are writing HTML code plus JavaScript code also. So you will take some file name .html, some file name .html, and inside that we have two types of code you will write. HTML code you will write, and the JavaScript code also you can write. HTML code plus JavaScript code, both are two in one in the single file. At the time, what should be the file extension? .html you will go. This is one option for you. Both HTML code and JavaScript code will be written within the same file with the .html extension. With the .html extension. So here there must be some advantage also. What is the advantage of this? Here no confusion actually. No confusion, no need of maintaining two different files. No need of confusing which file belongs to which one. Understanding which file belongs to which one, which HTML file belongs to which JavaScript file. No need of any confusion. Single file itself is enough. Single file. So, for understanding purpose, which is better? Internal JavaScript is better. Okay. Advantage. Easy to understand. No confusion of files. No confusion of multiple files. No confusion of multiple files. Okay, right. So, we have understood what is the internal JavaScript. So, next and after that, what is the disadvantage of this? Any guess? What is the disadvantage? No disadvantage? If the code length increases, number of lines increases, confusion will be increased again. Just 10 lines, 20 lines like that means okay. But in real time, how many lines of code you will write? Practice time hardly 20-25 lines of program maximum. In real time, hundreds of lines of program you will write or not. So confusion increases like anything. To avoid the confusion of multiple lines, which is better? Separation of files only better. Understand? So what is the disadvantage? If the code size increases, developer may get confusion. If the code size increases, developer may get confusion. That is a disadvantage. So final conclusion is, this is mainly suitable for which one? Practice time or learning time. Learning time and practice time, which is better is? Internal JavaScript is better. Internal JavaScript is better for practice time or learning time. Okay, next and after that, we have the second one, that is external JavaScript. Second type of JavaScript is what? External JavaScript. External JavaScript. In this case, how many types of files you will create? 2 files you will create. First one is HTML file, second one is JavaScript file. HTML file separate, JavaScript file separate. JavaScript code will be written in only JS file. HTML code will be written only in the HTML file. No combining, no combination of. We have to separate them. We have to always separate the files. If you are separating, we have to call it as which approach? External JavaScript. Okay, so there is one file with .html extension which contains only HTML code. There is one more file with .js extension which contains only JavaScript code. JavaScript, single word, no space. Next, we have to load one file into another file. Which file we have to load into which one? Any guess? We have to load HTML file into JavaScript or JavaScript file into HTML? JavaScript file should be loaded into HTML. There is a JavaScript file. We are loading it. We are loading into which one? HTML. HTML will call the JavaScript. Then JavaScript will be loaded into HTML. Okay. So, here what is the main feature? HTML code will be written in .html file. JavaScript code will be written in JS file, .js extension. So we are trying to separate it. We are trying to separate the HTML and the JavaScript. So can you tell me any advantage of this? Any advantage? Even the code increases, there is no any problem. Even the 100 lines of code you are writing, there is no problem at all. Even though the code increases, the developer can understand the code easily. Okay. Any disadvantage? No disadvantage. Number of files will increase. Suppose you created login page, registration page, different pages we created. For every page, 2 files will be created. HTML file separate, JavaScript file separate. So if the number of pages increased in a project, what happens? Number of files also will increase. So that is a drawback of that. Number of files will be increased. One more advantage is there. One more advantage. Can we load one JavaScript file into multiple HTML files? Listen carefully. There is one JavaScript file. There is one JavaScript. Listen, all of you listen. One JavaScript file is there. After that you can write it. Just listen first. There is one JavaScript file is there. Can we load the same JavaScript file into multiple HTML files? Suppose we have login page, login.html, registration page, registration.html, change password.html, forgot password.html, contact us page.html, like this n number of HTML. For all this HTML, there is some common JavaScript file is there. Is it possible or not? Possible. We can load one JavaScript file into multiple HTML files. This is called reusability. What is the meaning of reusability? Create once, call many times. What is reusability? Tell me. Creating once, call many times is nothing but reusability. How many times we are creating JavaScript file? Only one time. How many times we have to load it? Any number of times. One time only we are creating JavaScript file. Any number of times we can load into any number of HTML files. This is what reusability. Reusability of the JavaScript is possible only in case of external JavaScript. That is also one important advantage. Write it. For the back side, is it visible? Font size should be increased. Is it okay or it should be increased? You can go back side and see. Okay, completed. So now we have two types of JavaScript. What are they? Tell me. Internal, external. I am practicing. I am just learner, beginner. For me, which is better? Tell me. Internal is better. Okay, done. I done my practicing. I come to some real-time examples, real-time practices, real-time task I want to finish. Then which is better? External is better. So first let us see how to work with internal. Then also we will see how to work with the external also we will see. Listen. First, working with internal JavaScript. First stage, working with internal JavaScript. What is the meaning of internal? Single file or multiple files? Single file. Single file you will create. In the same HTML file, you will write HTML code plus JavaScript code also. Both will be written in the same file. Okay, in this case, what approach we have to follow? Let us try to understand. We are taking one HTML file, file name.html. Inside the HTML file, we have to place something like head tag. Understanding which one? Head tag. Inside the head tag, we have to place your script tag. Inside the script tag only, we have to place your JavaScript code. What is option number 1? Option number 1 is, we will have something like head tag. Normally HTML syntax, HTML head body, HTML head body. In the head tag, we have to place which tag? Script tag we have to place. Inside the script, what content we have to place? JavaScript code we have to place. Inside head script, inside script, JavaScript code we have to place. This is one option for you, option number 1. Second option is, we have something like body tag, right? Body. Inside body, already some content will be there. Web page content, web page design. What are the information you want to show in the web page? All that information is nothing but what? Content. After end of the content, after the completion of the content, at most bottom, we will add the script tag. Inside the script tag, you will be having something called some JavaScript code. Okay, first what you will have, tell me, right side. First what you will have? Body. Inside the body, what you will place? Some content, some information, some web page design, some forms, tables, headings, paragraphs, whatever the stuff you want, you can just place. At most bottom side, after the completion of content, okay, you will place one script tag you will place. Inside the script tag, we have to place something called some JavaScript code we have to place. Understand now? Some JavaScript code. Okay, so these are the two options for you. So can you give me which is better option? I mean, two options for you. Placing the script in the head tag is option number 1. Second option is placing the script tag in body tag. Which is better option? Placing in head and body. How many words for head? Many words. Maybe 60%, 70%. How many words for body? Very few, poor. Okay? So who will win? Majority or minority? Minority wins. Body tag is correct. Understand? Body tag is correct here. So here, which is the correct option? Body tag is correct. placing the script tag in the body tag is correct. Why it is better? I will give one reason also. Where the head tag will be placed at the top side or bottom side? Head tag always present at the top side. Once you place the script tag inside the head tag, after execution of the script only it will come to body. Then only output will be appear. That means the user is getting the output lately. Suppose to execute the script it has taken 1 second of time. That 1 second will be delay to see the output. But if the body tag executed first, what happens? First output will be appear. Then JavaScript code also will execute. 1 second delay will not come. Now understand. Listen. I will show one example. Listen. Okay, some program is there. What you are saying? We have a head tag. Inside head tag, some title, some other tags will be there. We don't know, leave it. Actually, I am talking about script tag only. Script tag. We are trying to place the script tag inside which one? Head tag, right? Okay, fine. So we have a script tag in the head tag. Okay, fine. Okay, after that, body. Body means some headings, paragraphs, something will be there. Some hello will be there. Okay, fine. So this is what I am trying to plan. This is bad practice. How this is bad practice? I will prove it. Listen. Suppose just to execute this particular JavaScript code, assume it has taken 1 second of time. Assume that it has taken how many seconds? 1 second of time to execute the JavaScript code. Then it will come down. Then it will load this particular body tag, right? So to load this particular body tag, it has taken 1 second of time. So total how many seconds? 2 seconds of time. Total execution time is what? 2 seconds. Just I assume. I am not saying always it will take 1 second only. Depends on actual code actually. But just assume that based on our codes, for example, if you place the script tag in the head tag, first 1 second it has to take for execution of the JavaScript. Then it has to take 1 second of time to load the body tag content, some headings or paragraphs. Overall, the user has to see, the user has to wait how many seconds? 2 seconds of time. The user has to wait how many seconds? 2 seconds of time. Okay, leave it. Next, my proposal is, listen. I am going to place this particular script tag in the body tag below. This is my preference. How this is better I am trying to tell. Listen. Do we need to spend 1 second of time above? Do we need to spend 1 second of time above? Not required. Not required. So first, directly after completion of head, just a title tag or something, directly it will come to body tag. Directly it will come to body tag. Once the body tag is loaded, automatically output will come. So user will see output, headings, paragraphs, whatever designed there. User will see headings and paragraphs within 1 second of time. In the next second itself, the script also will execute. Overall time is same only. I am not saying execution becoming faster. I am not saying 2 seconds of time become 1 second of time. Before also 2 seconds, now also 2 seconds. The difference is user will see output more faster. User will see output after first second itself. User need not wait to get the output from the JavaScript program. User will directly get the output from HTML program. Not understand? First, in this case, what is happening? No need of spending any time on header. Immediately go into body. In the body, some headings, paragraphs, tables, something, lot of things written. To execute all the HTML code, it has taken 1 second of time. That 1 second enough to show output to user. Within 1 second, output came. Heading and everything came in the output. Next, in the next second itself, what happened? JavaScript code also executed. Overall, the time, total time is 2 seconds. Before 2 seconds, now also 2 seconds. But user is getting the output more quickly than placing in the head tag. So which is better option? Placing script in the head tag or body tag? Which is better option? Body tag is better. That too, place always the script tag in the bottom side of the body tag only, not in the middle, not in the above. Exactly below, at most bottom side of body, just above the slash body, it is best to place the script tag. Clear? So write it. This one is placing. Option number 1, placing script in head tag. So this is option number 1. Option number 2, placing script in body tag. So in this case, what is the disadvantage? User will not see the output until the execution of both HTML and the JavaScript code is finished. Okay, here what is the advantage? User will see output immediately after completion of execution of HTML code in body. You can sit that side. All of you can move to that side because let's see it. Okay, all of you understand this topic. So in case of internal JavaScript, we have two options. Script tag in the head tag is one option. Script tag in body tag is option. But of course, doing the first one is not a crime, is not a big mistake. But best practice in real time point of view is what? Second one is always the best practice. First one also okay, it works, output will come. But always the better option is what? Second one. Because execution speed is very important in the real time. Practice time not a problem. Practice time locally means the complete code is just local in the local hard disk only available. Everything executes faster. There is no much difference you feel in the first one and second one. I mean in the head tag and body tag you don't feel any difference in output in the local system. After uploading the project into production server, then you are opening through internet server, then only some difference you will experience. That's why always the better option is second one in case of real time. Practice time both are okay. Okay, next one after that. Output statement in JavaScript. JS means JavaScript. Output statement in JavaScript. Output statement in JavaScript. So different programming languages are having different output statements. See, Java has a system.out.println. C language has a printf. C++ has a cout. Different programming languages are having different output statements. Just like that, JavaScript output statement is console.log. Which one? Console.log is output statement in case of which one? JavaScript. Write it. But can you tell me what is the purpose of output statement? To display output. It is a statement to display output. So output statement is used to display some output value to user. Console.log is the output statement in JavaScript. Console.log is output statement in JavaScript. Syntax is console.log of some value. Some value. Console.log of some value will give. Console.log, everything is lowercase, only notice. Everything is purely lowercase. Console, lowercase. Log also lowercase. And in place of this value, we can give anything. This value can be anything. Can be number, can be string, can be boolean, can be any other data type. What is the meaning of string? String. Collection of characters. Collection of characters. String means collection of characters. So the value can be anything. Can be number, string or boolean, or can be any other data type. So some value we are giving. Whatever the value we have given, simply that value will be given in the output. But where you will see the output really, not in the web page. In the browser console we have to see. Note is that we have to see the output in browser console. To open browser console, press F12 or right click in the web page, click on inspect element. Right click on the web page, inspect element. Right click on the web page, inspect element. Inspect element. Press F12 or right click on the web page, inspect element. Inspect element. Okay, inspect element. How to see the console output? We have to open browser console, not in the command prompt, not in the web page. Okay, we have to see browser console. In the browser console only we are able to see output. How to open the browser console? We have to go for right click on the web page, inspect element with mouse. With keyboard mouse, with the keyboard means F12 we have to press. F12 function key, F12 we have to use for opening the browser console. Okay, now listen. Now let us take one practical example how to prepare the program in JavaScript. It is quite simple. Presently, I am trying to follow which one? The first approach. What is the first approach? Internal JavaScript. Internal means same HTML file contains HTML code plus JavaScript code also. Okay, now listen. But how to prepare the program? The steps are same for HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap. Same steps. Open the Visual Studio Code window, write the program, save it, .html extension, double click on the file. Same steps for anything. Now listen. Go to File menu, New File. Go to File menu, New File. Now save this. Save. Control S we have to press. Control S. Go to which one? C drive. In C drive, we have to create a folder. Click on New Folder. Click on New Folder. What should be the name of the folder? Any guess? JavaScript or JS. Anything we can do. JavaScript or JS, anyone. So now we have to save this. Can you tell me file name? This is the first program. First program means first. File extension should be .html. What approach we are trying to follow? Internal. Internal means what? Single file. The single file extension should be .html. .html we have to provide. So observe carefully while saving. We are giving the folder name C:\JavaScript. File name first.html. Okay. Now just we got HTML syntax. HTML head, body, everything. Is it visible backside font size? Otherwise should increase. Okay. If any problem is there to see any notes or something, if you face any problem to see, just ask me. I will increase the font size. Now listen. So HTML head, body. Normal syntax, regular syntax. Head contains some basic tag like title. That's okay. First example, okay, just hello I am trying to place. That's all. This is a very basic syntax. Understand? Any confusion on the basic syntax? Now we have to save this. Control S means save. Already we have given the file name. Now go to the folder. Which folder is it? JavaScript. C:\JavaScript. Which file is it? First.html. First.html. Double click on the file. Once you double click, automatically it will open in the browser. Okay, that's all. Now we are able to execute the JavaScript program. Fine. But have you written any JavaScript code in this? No. We have to write the script tag. So script, which one? Script. Here this is beginning point of the script, this is ending point of the script. And one more thing, optionally we can specify the language name. Which language we are learning, which scripting language? JavaScript language. Since we are using JavaScript language, we can specify type equal to text by JavaScript. Type equal to text by JavaScript is optional in the modern browsers. In all the browsers right now, default language is JavaScript. In very, very old browsers only, many years back, maybe 10-15 years back only, we must mention the JavaScript. Type equal to text by JavaScript, mandatory, compulsory. But nowadays in any browser, default language is what? JavaScript. No need to mention the type equal to JavaScript. So, just a formality wise we can mention, or we can leave it, not a problem. If you leave also, not a problem. If you just remove this also, not a problem. If you keep also, no problem. If you remove also, no problem. So what is the meaning of type equal to text by JavaScript? Just we are telling what type of code we are writing, what type of text we are writing. JavaScript text we are writing. Understand? We are writing the JavaScript text. Okay, like. Next, after that, okay, I'll just keep it. Next, we have the statement. Can you tell me output statement? Console.log. Any uppercase letters are there? No. Just directly console.log. Console.log. In the console.log, we have to provide some value. Any value, number, string, boolean, object, anything we can provide. Anything really. Just I am providing 10. 10 is one value. Any number is nothing but one value only. But this 10 is a value of what data type? String data type or number data type? String, right? Number. 10 is nothing but number. 100 is number. So 99 is string, right? Any number is nothing but number only. Numbers are not strings. Okay. Next. So save this. Save. Control S means save. Double click on the file. Now we can see. Oh, which one? 10, right? We can see 10, right? Where is the 10 printed? In the browser console it is printed. Where is it? Browser console. How to open the browser console? Press F12. Press F12. So I am pressing F12. Automatically it will open something like this: inspector, console, debugger, style editor, and different other options. So which one is required right now? Console is required. Which one is required? Console is required. And what you can see now? 10. 10 you can see or not? If you want to open this one through browser, through mouse, what we have to do? Right click on the web page, inspect element. Right click anywhere. Right click here, 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 anywhere. Right click anywhere. What we have to do? Inspect element. Inspect element we have to use. Then what you can see? Console we have to click. So in Chrome also it is available. In all the browsers only it is available. Just check it. In all the browsers it is available. Suppose in Chrome, right click, inspect. Just like inspect element, here inspect. Both are same only. Inspect. Once we click on inspect, what happens? It is showing right side. We have to click on which one? Console. What you can see there? 10 you can see or not? Understand now? 10. So I want to print Harsha. What is the name? Harsha I want to print. Now save this and refresh. Refresh button available, right? Refresh. So what you can see? Harsha. It is printing Harsha, right? Why? String must be in double quotes only. String must be double quotes. Not only Harsha, any name is nothing but double quotes required. Okay, first write this program, write it. Okay, check it. Everyone completed. Check it. Done. So in this one, any confusion? Check it. Just simple. Console.log means output statement to print the value. What is the value you want to print? Any number we can provide. Any string can be provided. Strings can be in double quotes only, or single quotes also, no problem. Single quotes, double quotes, both are same in JavaScript. No difference between single quotes and double quotes. So we can give a string in double quotes or single quotes. If it is a number, since it is a number, double quotes or single quotes is not required. Okay. Next one. Variables. Next one, variables. So in some mathematics or somewhere, just we assume x equal to 10. All of you know mathematics? Because I don't know. If I am wrong, just you have to tell me. Okay. So x equal to 10. X equal to 10 we assume. So suppose for example, here x is nothing but what? Variable. X is what? Variable. 10 is a value. So can you tell me what is the purpose of variable? To store value. Variable main purpose is to store the value. There is a value. Value means number, string or boolean or maybe some other different type. Value, don't think like only number or only string. Value can be a number, value can be a string, value can be something else also. Okay, fine. Some value is there. That value you want to store inside a memory location with a name. Such a memory location is nothing but what? Variable. In formal definition, variable is a named memory location in RAM to store a particular value. What is variable? A named memory location, because variable always will be having a name. Without a name, variable cannot be created. Some name, x is a name, y is a name, some name is required. So variable is a named memory location in RAM to store a particular value. Write it. Variable is a named memory location in RAM to store particular value. To store particular value. Variable is a named memory location in RAM to store a particular value. Okay, fine. Now, just in the memory, it is look like this. Variable. Inside the variable, some value will be stored. Variable is the memory location. In the memory location, what will be stored? In the memory, value will be stored. In the variable, value will be stored. Okay. In the memory location, value will be stored. Okay, now. But I have a doubt here. Can we modify this value? Yes or no? We cannot modify, right? We can change, we can modify, we can change the value at any point of time. Any number of time, at any point of time, we are able to change the variable value. See the name, observe the name, variable. Vary means change. Able means can. Can change is nothing but variable. The name itself is saying that it can be changed. Value can be changed, but variable name cannot be changed. Variable name is constant. Value can be changed. Suppose x equal to 10, x equal to 20, x equal to 50, x equal to 1000. X value can be changed any number of times, countless, no restrictions. But x, that the name is nothing but fixed. So variable name is constant, but variable value is can be changed. Right? Variable name cannot be changed. Variable's value can be changed. Variable's value can be changed. Okay, example. X equal to 10 is an example. We can't change the variable name X, but we can change the value of X variable any number of times and at any point of time. In the middle of the program, at the end of the program, at the beginning of the program, at any point of time, we are able to change the variable value. Okay, that's all. Okay, all of you able to understand? Can we change the value of the variable? Can we change the name of the variable? No. Variable name cannot be changed. Once the variable declared, that means created, we cannot change the variable value. Variable name cannot be changed. Okay, fine. Now, I want to create a variable. I want to declare. I want to create a variable. To declare the variable, there is a syntax is required. That is called variable declaration syntax. The variable declaration syntax may be different in different languages. In C language, C++, Java, how do you declare a variable? Something like int x. Int x, that is just one example. Here int is what? Data type. X is what? Variable. Int is a data type, x is the variable. So, how to declare a variable in JavaScript? Where variable name. So, what is where here? Data type, right? No, where is not a data type. Where is a keyword. Where is a keyword to declare the variable. Where says that it's a variable. Where means, see the spelling of variable. Variable, first three letters are what? Where, right? In that way it is taken as where, but it is not a data type. Which means that there is no specification of data type here. We can store any value. The breaking change from other languages. In other languages, once a variable is declared with one data type, we cannot change the data type. But in JavaScript, we can change the data type any number of times. Try to understand. Three things are there. Variable name is different, value is different, data type is different. Other languages, most of the languages, maybe Java language, C#.NET language or C language, in most of the popular languages, variable name cannot be changed. Data type cannot be changed. All of you able to understand? In other languages, suppose Java language, we take core Java, something you take. Variable name cannot be changed. Once the variable is declared, we cannot change the variable name. We cannot change the data type. But which can be changed? Only and only value can be changed. But here in JavaScript, variable name only fixed, data type can be changed, value also can be changed. So what is the main difference between suppose Java versus JavaScript? What is the main difference here? What is the main difference in terms of variables? Data type will be different. What is the difference? Suppose in Java or C# anything, data type cannot be changed. Data type fixed. Once the variable is declared with one data type, the data type will be fixed always. We cannot change. You shout, you cry, the variable data type cannot be changed. But JavaScript variable data type can be changed. Suppose in the beginning of the program in JavaScript, at the beginning of the program, it is number data type. Next, in the middle of the program, it is string data type. Next, in the rest of the program, it is some Boolean data type. Data type can be changed in JavaScript. What I meant to say exactly? Data type can be changed in case of which one? JavaScript only. So, what is where? It's a keyword, not a data type. Write it. Creation or declaration of variables. Okay, now, so to declare the variable, where keyword is required. When you declare a variable, any memory will be allocated for that variable? No. In JavaScript, when you declare any variable, no memory will be allocated. Just a symbol will be created, but it will not be occupying any memory in RAM. When the actual memory will be allocated, when you assign the value, because we don't know what value we will assign. Suppose we have given like var x. What value will store? Either small number or medium range number or large number, maybe string. If string, how many characters? Nobody knows. You don't know basically. System don't know at all. So how many bytes should be allocated? How much amount of memory should be allocated? You don't know, system don't know, no clarity. Because 100% flexibility is provided for the developer. You can assign any type of value in the particular variable. Understand? No? Any type of value, any range of value. Small value, large value. So there is no clarity in the value. That's why there is no clarity in the number of bytes also. That's why when you create a variable, just var x, something like that, when you create a variable, no memory will be allocated. Then when the memory will be allocated, tell me, when you store a value, for example, x equal to 100, for storing the value 100, how many bytes required? That much number of bytes only will be allocated. Suppose we have stored 1 crore. To store the number 1 crore, how much space is required? That much space only will be occupied by the particular variable. So can you tell me how many bytes will be allocated when you declare a variable? Can you say 2 bytes? Can you say 4 bytes? No memory will be allocated for the variable. For the variable, no memory. For the value, memory will be allocated. Depends on which value. Which value have we assigned? If you assign a 1 or 0 or 9 or something, what value we are giving, depending on the value that we have given, suitable amount of memory will be allocated. Simple. To store large value, large space is required in the memory. To store small values, small space enough. So, depending on the value that we have assigned, suitable amount of memory will be allocated. All of you able to understand? So, it just completely dynamically memory will be changed. Developer need not worry how the memory will be allocated. That is not the duty of the developer. That is 100% responsibility of the browser. Browser don't have any clarity on number of bytes. Browser don't have any command, any grip on the number of bytes. It is 100% taken care by which one? Browser itself. Okay, that's all. Next, instead of printing 10 directly, can we do one thing? See, can we remove this type equal to text by JavaScript? Type equal to text by JavaScript means what type of script we are writing? JavaScript script we are writing. That is required only in the very, very old browser. Okay, based on some time machine, if you go 10 years back or 15 years back, what happens? At that time only it is must to write which one? Type equal to text by JavaScript. Otherwise not required. Directly we can write which one? Script. So just var a equal to 10. Var b equal to 10 point something, some decimal, I mean floating point you can say. Next, Harsha. Is it number or string? String. Durga. Number or string? So double quotes, single quotes, both are same I am saying. What I meant to say here, double quotes, single quotes, both are string only. Because in other languages, double quotes for strings, single quotes for characters in other languages. But here there is no such a separation. Single character also, single quotes, double quotes can be used. Multiple characters also, single quotes, double quotes can be used. There is no any kind of difference between single quotes and double quotes in JavaScript. All of you able to understand? In JavaScript, single quotes, double quotes can be used interchangeably. Means for single character, we can use single quotes or double quotes. For multiple characters also we can use single quotes, double quotes without any difference. Next, and after that, can we store a Boolean value, true or false? Boolean value means what? True or false. Okay, like this we can store anything. That's all. Now, when we run this program, We have to open the console. How to open the browser console? I forgot, tell me. Right click on the web page, right click anywhere, inspect element. Once we click on inspect element, what you can see, console we have to click. All of you able to follow? Right click, inspect element, console. Once we click on console, we are getting all the values, right? By default we will not get anything. We have to print it. By default no value will be printed. All of you understand now? By default no value. We have to print it. Whatever the value you want to see, we have to print it. How to print? Console.log. If you are not using console.log, no output. If you want to see output, console.log is must. Simple. So console.log of A. In this place, A value will come. What is the value of A? 10. Already above you can check. A equal to 10 we said. That's why in this place what will come? 10 will come. In this place of A, 10 will come. That's why what you can see, refresh means 10. What you can see there, 10 you can see. Is it visible backside? If it is not visible, just ask me. I will try to do something. Okay, now listen. 10. 10 you can see. Next and after that, B. Now something 10.2823 something. Next and after that remaining. Okay, next I am doing a small thing. Can we give like G without F? Possible? Not possible, right? Alphabets we have to follow. No such a rule. Any variable name you can give. Any variable name. Variable names have no restrictions. Any variable name. But some restrictions exist. What restrictions? Space not allowed. Variable name cannot contain space. Cannot be same as a keyword. Cannot be same as a keyword. Duplicate variable names not allowed. Plus some special symbols like dollar is allowed. Maybe percentage symbol, cap symbol, okay, a hyphen, plus this type of symbols not allowed. Dollar is allowed, underscore is allowed, other symbols not allowed. This type of rules we have to follow. By following that rule, we can give any variable name. So no need to maintain any sequence. No need to maintain any sequence. Just we can give any variable of your own choice. But what are the rules? Tell me. Rule number 1. Space not allowed. Space not allowed. Rule number 2. Space not allowed. Next, special characters not allowed. Next, cannot be same as keyword. Suppose if keyword is available, if, while, do, for, these are some keywords. Cannot be same as a keyword. Variable name cannot be same as a keyword. So this type of rules exist. Okay. So next and after that we can give anything. Okay, that's all. Now we can see all these things. Now we can see 10, everything. Whatever we have given, everything. Plus you can see the character encoding, all this. Actually we can ignore this. But still if you don't want to see that error message, okay, what will you do? Just in the header tag we have to keep meta char set equal to UTF-8. Meta char set equal to UTF-8. If you can add this, what happens? That error will be clear. If you ignore that, also not a problem. It is not compulsory to write the meta. But if you want to really clear that message, what we have to add? Meta char set equal to UTF-8. Okay. But I am not explaining what is meta tag, because meta tag is a topic of which one? HTML. Meta is a topic of HTML. Okay, leave it. That's all. So the topic name is variables. That's all. Write this.